what's happening in our community today is actually really exciting. We're here at the Jackie Robinson Community Center, and one of the things we've been doing in the community is really talking about the prescription drug crisis in the United States. And as part of that, we've been able to expand our work in the community to include seniors, which is a new population for us. We usually focus with youth, so working with seniors is really exciting. And one of the things we found here at the JRC is that they want more options, more programming, and they have a lot to say. They have a lot of wisdom. So we wanted to really make sure that they feel special and valued in the community. So we decided to host a senior portrait day, complete with mini makeovers and a little session for us to learn more about them and what they want to see in the community. This relates to the community because it's really part of Day One's focus of really empowering our residents. And we really want to help the seniors use their voice to make some really long-lasting change, not just for them now, but for all of the seniors to come. Thank you for coming today. We're Day One. We're a local public health nonprofit, and Day One, our mission is to inspire you guys to use your voice, community members, to speak up about the issues that are important to them and really advocate for those issues. We were here a couple of weeks ago meeting with some of the seniors at the Jackie Robinson Center, and we realized that there used to be a ton of programs for seniors, and there used to be a ton of activities going on, and a lot of the seniors were like, we really want more. So we want to capture that. We want to capture what you want to see in Pasadena, what you want more of, but also what are some of the successes, what we're doing really great at. One of the things we're finding is that seniors are an undervalued group in the community. They have a lot to say, but no one's asking them. And so that's one of the reasons we wanted to do this project and really start a senior advocacy group, because we wanted to make sure that everything they had to say was captured and somebody was doing something about it. And who better to do something about it than the seniors themselves?
It's a community service, all types of people, all the diversest types of people that come here and that get resources and food and stuff that need help. And I think it's a great thing.
Some of the feedback that I've gotten so far is that a lot of the seniors feel like they don't feel very safe in the community, and they would like more security and things. They want someone also to listen to them and to any of their issues or any concerns that they have. Other feedback that I've gone to is housing as well, more support system and more people at management and really helping them with any of their problems that they are experiencing at the housing that they live in.
I think we're getting closer to having a community where everybody's voice is heard, and that's the ultimate goal, is to make sure that students are heard, parents are heard, adults are heard, and also seniors. So we're really bridging that gap and making sure that everyone's voices are heard in the community. Especially in a diverse community like Pasadena, we want to make sure everybody has a chance to vocalize what they want to see in the community.
Yeah, my experience today was great as far as listening to the people about their concerns and what the community needs more of, what they would like to see more of happen. And I think they're on the right track as far as understanding that the housing situation needs to be addressed more here in the town. Also, the event that you had today with getting the photos and everything, I think that was a great thing. It shows the history of the people here in the community and what Jackie Robinson is doing to help the community.
You guys can find us at Day One. We're actually located at 175 North Euclid, right behind the Pasadena Courthouse. So for those of you who don't know where we are, if you know where the courthouse is, you know where City Hall, you can find us right in between those. So we're really accessible to the community, which is awesome. You can check us out online or check us out on Instagram. We post absolutely everything. So if you want to get involved, that's definitely a place to start.
Well, my connection with Pasadena is Bobby Ferguson, who works with Pasadena Media. But before she came to you, she was on our team at PadNet TV, and she is the best. So you guys lucked out. Have not only a very smart employee, but a very genuine person that we miss dearly in Long Beach.
My connection to Pasadena is for 32 years I was in LA Sheriff's Department, and I came up here every single year for the Rose Parade to assist with the Rose Parade, traffic control, people control. That's my connection to Pasadena.
I'm Lena Kennedy, and you're watching Community Connections.
Is it pretty?
Daddy,
It's pretty.
Maybe I'll say it. Maybe I'll say it.
My connection to the city of Pasadena is the Man Cave. This is my 4th year coming, and I come every year, so I block it off on my calendar, and I come every year. So it's a wonderful event.
What's happening in our community today is the Pasadena Latino Coalition is recognizing all the wonderful Hispanics that are about to graduate. Today with this stole represents all of their hard work that they've done over the past 4 years. And this amazing program allows us to recognize and support their wonderful efforts as they go on through graduation.
It's just a ceremony that we like to do. It's a cultural ceremony, and we like to motivate them to think about their future and support them. We like to praise their achievements in going on to great colleges and universities. And like I said, it's cultural. We usually have Aztec dances. We have speakers that speak Spanish. We recognize the anthems of the various Latino countries. Also support DACA. We want to make sure that we are supporting the DACA students and their families. And it's just it's like a rah-rah type of hooray type of ceremony for all our students. The stoles are made by a woman. Her name is Rosa Villa. She loves doing this. It's a lot of work, but the stoles are just colorful. We try to use the colors of the Latino countries, really bright, vibrant colors. And it's something that they could wear at their graduation if they wish to, and the students seem to like it.
To the Pasadena Unified School District Class of 2018, congratulations on a well-deserved graduation. So I am hopeful. Dreamers and all immigrants are an essential part of our country and our communities. The passion of an immigrant who comes here seeking a better life is an unstoppable force, which is why immigrants start businesses in greater numbers. And the children of immigrants, whether brought here or born here, grow up to be our next generation of leaders. And that's my message to you here today. We are counting on you to be one of those leaders. Your voice and your experience matters. I know each of you has the capacity for greatness, and I'm fighting to make sure that all immigrants have the chance to contribute to this great nation that we call America.
You know, I think what all these young students can take away from this is that the community's behind them. The Hispanic community continues to embrace them and wishes them well. I mean, it is a village. It is a community by which, Hispanics aren't just thrown into the future. We're all together. We're always moving forward to being the best possible citizens, not only in the city of Pasadena, but around Southern California, and of course, globally speaking, they can go on to college at universities across America.
So as I mentioned, I'm a former Nevada Assemblywoman. I was elected to the Nevada legislature back in 2010. When that happened, I became the first Latina ever elected to the state legislature in the history of Nevada. I'm here to tell you that even though those extra challenges and those additional steps seem hard, that even though it feels unfair, and let me tell you, it is unfair. It's so unfair for so many people in our communities because of all of those extra challenges and burdens that we have to deal with. But at the end of the day, if you keep your eye on the prize, if you persevere, if you just push, if you recognize what everybody in your life, whether it's your family, whether it's your teachers, whether it's these people who put on this event for you, if you recognize that they believe in you, that everything they're sacrificing is because they think that you can, then you will. Even though sometimes it feels like you can't.
Well, I know from past experience, I know this particular graduating class will continue to enrich the United States, will continue to just be better, to give more, and to add value to the United States. I think there's inherent challenges ahead for everybody. I think they're there to meet those challenges. I think it's going to be, a greater America, if you will. I truly believe that the Hispanic community will continue to provide many solutions to the problems that we already have. And they will also come up with cures. They will also come up with ways to be a better America.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
The Pasadena Senior Center offers more services and programs to older adults than any organization in Pasadena. Each year, 10,000 seniors come to the Pasadena Senior Center. One of the programs that we offer at the Senior Center is tap dancing. We have people who are taking tap dancing from 49 years old to 86, and Pam Kay teaches that class. She also has a traveling dance troupe called the Tap Chicks, and they perform here at the Senior Center and in various locations throughout Los Angeles.
The dancers, we rehearse every Tuesday and Friday. First off, we start out with just classwork. We do warm up, and depending on what shows are coming up, we rehearse and we rehearse and rehearse and rehearse here at the Senior Center. They're just spectacular. And they're great gals to work with. They're very professional. And I feel so grateful for that, because I've worked with all kinds of people before in show business, but these gals are just spectacular. I'm a farm girl from Idaho, raised on a sheep ranch. But I always danced. From 3 years old, I had a wonderful teacher in Idaho Falls, Idaho. The first time I was in professional showbiz was at the Pink Art Theater in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. But a man from Las Vegas happened to see us, and he bought the show, took us to Las Vegas. That's how I got to Las Vegas. And from there, I just stayed in Vegas. I was hooked. I loved it. I started with Jimmy Durante, and I traveled a lot with him. Then I went with, just a whole bunch of different people. And I met my husband, and we had an act together, Billy Kay and Pam Kay. So when I met my husband, I was just a dancer. And then he made me start singing. He made me learn an instrument, the banjo. I started guitar, but there were too many strings. 4 strings, I could remember those. And then he died. So I had to go on my own. It was like a shock. So I sing and play banjo. I got my band together. We went on the road with George Burns, Kenny Rogers, Merle Haggard, with Rich Little, a whole bunch of opening act stuff. And my sister-in-law said, "Hey, come to the Senior Center." I went, "Wow, the Senior Center." I couldn't believe it. I stayed because it's just a wonderful place.
Come on down to the Pasadena Senior Center.
I'm Hallie of Humdy, and I was born in Greenville, South Carolina, and I've been in Pasadena since I was 3 months old.
I'm Gladys Ollie Ruth Huff Miles, and I am 90 years old, and I was born in Pasadena June 1st and 2nd. That's another whole story. In 1928. I celebrated June 1st for 60 years, got my birth certificate, said I was born June 2nd. So anyway, I'm here. Pasadena before the freeway was very interesting. We had to go to LA, down Huntington Drive, all the way in past Griffith Park, and it was okay because we never thought of anything different. And we had streetcars that ran down. We had this short line, the little one that we ride down to Colorado, and Mary Street, Fair Oaks and Mary Street. Then we'd get the short line. You had the short line and the Oak Knoll line. They were the big red cars, and we'd have to get on those, and it would take the same route down Huntington Drive. Hallie, you remember anything else about that?
I do remember when we got on the short line, the streetcars, we had to go out in the middle of the street to get the streetcars. You had to stand out because the streetcars came down in the middle of the street, and we had to go out and stand in the middle of the street and wait for it to come down. And nobody ever hit us or killed us, so we just stood there and waited. And it went down, and we had to get our little money in, and they'd ring the bell, and we'd get on and sit down, find a seat, and go where we had to go. And the conductors would get out and flip over the, whatever was in the street over there, and the signal to go, and you go, and then next time come back, you'd flip again, and it was your turn to go. And then they would go the same track, but we'd go on down Fair Oaks and all the way down to where we had to go.
And it was a big thing when we used to get with our girlfriends to go to LA and have lunch at Clifton's cafeteria. We'd get together, and they used to wear sack dresses. It was a piece of fabric that you just sewed up the two sides to cut a neck and put your arms through it, but that was the style then.
And I remember coming back when the buses first started, after they took the streetcars off, they started running the bus, 5 cents. I remember going to someone's wedding down at First AMD Church, and I was so happy to get dressed up, walked to the corner of Claremont and Fair Oaks, had my nickel, and paid my fare to go down there and ride the bus to get up to go to the wedding. And that was a big treat for me.
There was no aquatic anything.
It was no
It was a big pool, and they drained it, and we could only go in it on Tuesdays. Then when we left, they would drain it, and then white people went. And that was what it was. We didn't think twice about it. We didn't think we were being neglected. It was Tuesday, you're going to the swimming pool, going to the pool, let's go. All of us would go together, we'd have a good time. Never thought we'd climb the hill down by Royal Seco Bridge now, but we could go up the side and cross over and go down the other side. And for us, it was fun. We looked forward to Tuesdays, and it wasn't like we were being treated bad. It just was what it was.
And one reason why we started having the swimming pool for the black people, because we would go to Devil's Gate Dam and swim in that nasty water. That was a good time. I mean, that's what it was. And so one of our friends, Jack Dupree, remember Jack?
Yeah, Jack
He
Dupree.
tried to dive in the water down at Devil's Gate Dam and broke his neck, and he died.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how, in the beginning of them getting together, to let the people go to Brookside to swim. On Monday, that was our night to go to the Penobscot Library to do our homework. We would all go up there and do our homework. Jackie would make so much disturbance up there to Miss Margison, the head librarian, had to put him in the back room. He couldn't sit out there and study with us. Every Monday, he was in trouble. And then not only that, after football games and things coming from school, because he lived on Pepper, and we went to Washington Junior High, because in those days, remember when they used to have their fruit and the vegetables out in the front, and open, come down, walk by them, pull an apple or orange out, and they would all roll down the street. But he was a very mischievous young man. He wasn't bad, just mischievous. and they had a gang called the Pepper Street Gang.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a good little place over in a vacant lot, and they had fun. They weren't bad. They were just, and yet we were scared of them, but we knew where we were supposed to go, what we were supposed to do. But I did ride to school with him, sometimes when I was going to PJC. I still have some pictures in my annual of him. I didn't get them all out, so.
Nice. That was nice.
And I heard the parade was
nice.
very nice.
Very nice, man. We were able to meet him at the Senior Center last year. He was introduced.
Oh, we go to that every year. The seniors have a dance. We go every year, don't we, Gladys?
Yeah, but this was the jazz thing that Minor has.
Well,
that's where we met him.
Well, this is where he was there, and and that's where we're gonna go next month.
Yeah.
Go down there. That good man. Oh, that band is good. That music is good. We get out through the slide and do a little extra stuff.
And it's so nice now to see people in these positions. We went to the Park Theater on Fair Oaks, just north of Washington, and we had to sit on the left side. We couldn't sit any place in the theater.
The reason I say that, I can remember we could not go, back in those days, we could not go to baseball games, movies, anywhere on Sundays, but to church. And we went to church. And my friend Sarah, Hallie, come on and go to the movie. Sarah, I can't go, it's Sunday. I had my little dime ready. Come on, I can't go, Sarah. Oh, come on. But who got brave enough to go to the movie? Me. I went to the theater. To this day, I can tell you, I saw the hurricane, or it saw me. And Johnny Wise, every time that curtain opened in the back, there's Mama, there's Mama. I did not go to the movie no more for a long time on Sunday, and I never did tell Mama I went, because I knew I was, see, we obeyed our parents, and yet somebody else going to influence us to do something wrong. Well, I was wrong when I went, but I punished my own self. The freedom we have today that we didn't have before, we couldn't go in these stores like years ago and get what you wanted, try on a hat. You got grease on your hair, you can't try on a hat. The freedom that we have now, and we need to use it and don't abuse it and all, and do what we're supposed to, and be courteous, be kind to people.